Welcome to the Deep Dive. You're here because you want to get smart fast. Today, we're plunging into the latest from Keeno Worldwide, his 2023 release, Deep in Emotion.
That's the one.
Forget endless listening. We're just pulling out the core insights from you right now.
Yeah, and what's interesting about Deep in Emotion, it isn't just that it's Keeno's 31st studio album, which is, a huge milestone itself.
31st. That's pretty incredible.
It really is. But it's the whole concept. It's a remix album revisiting tracks fans already love. But it's the caliber of the collaborators, the variety, too, that makes it more than just like a simple retread.
Exactly. I mean, look at this lineup. Austin Powerz, FNZ, Pharrell Williams.
That Rich Kid, Tone Mason of 40.
Keanu Beats, Boy Wanda, Cardiac, St. Mino and 212, Anthony Palmer. It keeps going.
It's a serious list, and that's the key, right? It's such a diverse range of sonic palettes being applied to Keeno's, established sound.
Okay, so let's maybe talk about the opening track. Lemon Pepper Remix. That one's got Austin Powerz, FNZ, Keanu Beats, and Boy Wanda.
Right, and you can hear it immediately. The original track's core is definitely still there, but these producers, they layer in their own signature sounds.
So it feels richer, more texture.
Exactly. A richer, more textured listening experience.
Yeah.
It kind of signals right away what this whole project is about transformation.
Okay, yeah, I get that. And that transformation seems to carry through, Light Up Remix. That's Tone Mason and 40.
And what stands out there, I think, is how their specific beat-making style just injects this fresh energy. It hits differently against Keeno's original vocals.
So it almost pulls out different nuances in how he delivered the lines originally.
Precisely. It highlights things you might not have noticed before.
Interesting. And then there's Nickels and Dimes Remix. Combo produced that one.
Yeah, and the source material mentions its introspective quality. Combo's remix seems to, lean into that even more.
But still keeps it moving.
Oh, yeah. Adds this really compelling rhythmic sort of undercurrent. It shows how a remix can actually deepen the emotional impact, not just change the beat.
Okay, now we have to talk about Pharrell Williams on Ocean's remix. That feels like a big one.
Definitely noteworthy. His signature sound, that blend of R&B and hip-hop, it just meshes so seamlessly with Keeno's style.
Right. It shows Keeno can really ride those different sonic waves, especially with a producer like Pharrell guiding it. It shows his versatility.
For sure. And, we can't break down every single track here, but someone like Rich Kid being on the Last Hope remix just emphasizes that theme again.
Collaborative infusion, you called it.
Yeah, that kind of idea.
Yeah.
Each producer brings their own distinct flavor, their expertise, to reinterpret Keeno's work.
Which brings us towards the end of the album, Your Side, produced by Anthony Palmer.
Described as poignant, reflective. It suggests a really thoughtful closing note to this whole journey through these reimagined tracks.
So it's not just about banging remixes, there's an actual emotional shape to the album, too.
Yeah, it feels like there's an arc. So the big takeaway here, what's the core insight?
Well, I think it's that Deep in Emotion isn't just, a bunch of remixes thrown together.
It's a really powerful demonstration of how collaboration can breathe new life into music someone's already made.
Shows Keeno Worldwide is willing to evolve, to bring in new perspectives, but without losing who he is at the core.
Exactly. He's evolving his sound.
So, for you listening, this means you get to experience tracks you might know, but in a totally new light. It's almost a shortcut, really, to understanding how a veteran artist keeps things fresh and innovative.
And stays relevant.
Yeah. And hey, if you want to dive even deeper, apparently there's exclusive merch and stuff online, a newsletter for updates, ways to engage more.
Sure. But ultimately, this album just underscores Keeno Worldwide's lasting impact on hip-hop, rap, and R&B. It's kind of an invitation, isn't it?
And an invitation how?
Well, for longtime fans and newcomers, to appreciate the dynamics, the possibilities that open up when different creative minds come together on something established.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? About just taking something familiar, looking at it through a completely different lens, and seeing what surprising, valuable things can come out of that. It makes you wonder what other examples are out there, where collaboration or reinterpretation really changed the game for creative work.
That's a great question to chew on. A really good point to ponder. And hey, if you're intrigued by this whole dive into deep in emotion, definitely head over to the Keeno Worldwide website. Explore the album more yourself. It's a fascinating case study in how artists grow and change.
Good stuff. A lot to think about there.